Mariota looking left, shoots it to the flat, bobbled and intercepted, picked off. Cobie Durant down the right sideline at the 30, makes a move, spins off contact, tackled inside the 10. Welcome to LA, Cobie Durant.
Hello and welcome to a new edition of Rams Reveal presented by NFL All Day. I'm JB Long, and Los Angeles is in the win column. They're 1-1 as they travel to Arizona this week to open division play against the Arizona Cardinals. We'll talk about that matchup as well as the victory over the Falcons with today's guest. He is Rams rookie cornerback Cobie Durant. Cobie, thank you for stopping by and for some of your time.
I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for having me.
This is going to be a conversation about a day of firsts. A lot of them to get to, but let me start with congratulations on your first NFL win. How did that feel?
It felt amazing. I'm just blessed to be in this position. I wouldn't be in this position without God. So, as a team, it's just an amazing win, amazing atmosphere to be out there and, just bring home a W.
And so great to be able to contribute individually to that team victory. But what was the celebration like in an NFL locker room for the first time?
It was very different than college.
How so?
It was just, everybody was amped up. Coach Sean McVay gave us his speech or whatnot, and it was just, an atmosphere. I never been in a locker room where media get to come in, so that was pretty different. And then, the spotlight was kind of like on me, so I'm like, here we go.
How you doing with all that? I mean, here's another one. Sorry for the bright lights.
It's fine, I've been doing this for a little minute now, so I'm good.
Awesome. Any friends or family in attendance for your big debut yesterday?
Nah. I actually told my parents not to come to this game.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I told them that we're going to save money this time, and y'all come for the Dallas Cowboys game. I went out there and showed off, so they was like, we should have been at this game. I'm like, well, I didn't even expect that, like, whenever my name get called, my number get called, I'm always ready, but I didn't expect it to be like this early.
Sure.
So it's a blessing, honestly.
All right, so let's go there. The game plan has you active, but primarily for special teams,
special
right?
teams,
That's a
right.
thought. How many practice reps did you get on defense last week?
0.
0. And yet you're ready.
Ready.
For that moment. How?
Just staying locked into the playbook, because, I attack every day like anything can happen at any moment, So I just have to prepare my mind, to be ready, to be able to communicate on all levels out there. Mm-hmm. Whenever my name get called and, things happen. And my name got called in the second quarter. And from that point on, I played the whole game. So it was just, an urge of just having, the urgency to be able to be out there with the veterans and having them to trust me out there with them.
Mm-hmm. For the benefit of our audience, you did debut against the Bills, only played on special teams, though. So when Troy Hill goes down with a groin injury, right then that it's your moment?
When I seen Troy screaming and, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. But I scrapped my helmet up and I was like, it's go time. Just be the shark that you is. Let's go.
Okay, so you're on the field and a ball slips through Cordell Patterson's hands. Mm-hmm. It must have felt like it was up there for an eternity.
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is I preached all week to my brothers back home. I was like, I'm going to make him fumble on kickoff return. Like, when they return, if he return it, I'm going to make him fumble. But it didn't go out that way, so I caught an interception off of him and Mariota. So, I mean, it's nothing better than that. It doesn't get no better than that. And then I returned it. And actually, that's my first time, since high school, I got yards after an interception.
I was going to ask when the last touchdown you scored was.
I had 13 picks in college with 0 yards.
Wow. Okay, so that's a big opportunity for you.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed you didn't house it?
Nah.
Really?
Not really. I mean, I got what I needed. I ain't even going to push it anymore because you never know how it could have turned out. But, I'm just thankful that the ball landed in my hands and I, made a play with it.
It was a sweet spin move off of Mariota.
Yeah, I spin off Mariota, and as I'm spinning, I'm like, oh, I see this big lineman behind me. I don't know what's going to happen, but I cannot let this ball come out.
All right, so here's a suggestion. You're the new rookie on the block, but I think it would go really well if you just walked up to Bobby Wagner, seasoned vet, future Hall of Famer that he is, and says, Bobby, next time, I need you to pick up that block for me.
Yeah, I might do that today if he's still in there when we get out of here. I'm gonna go holler at Bobby.
If you'd had it.
Yeah.
Kudos to Nick Scott too for helping you find the cameras.
Oh yeah, Nick was pointing out the camera.
Snapshots out of that one.
Yeah, I definitely did. When I got back to my phone, that's the first thing I went to was a little socially app to see what photos and videos they had. Man, they got some amazing photos of me.
How's your phone doing, by the way?
Do not disturb. Still to the day. Since Sunday, since the game, my phone's just been going crazy.
Overheating.
The phone actually started freezing up. I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. More followers, more media time. Like, man, this is crazy.
What was bigger for your social media following? Yesterday's performance or Kevin Durant acknowledging your shared name?
Yesterday's performance.
Really?
By far.
He's got like 20 million followers.
Yeah, yesterday's performance probably outdid even draft day. Like, yesterday was just a time where, I stepped up to the plate and, I handled business.
Everyone loves the pick. I like the sack, too.
Yeah, I like the sack, too, because, I blitzed off the edge. That's my second sack in my whole football career.
You had one in college.
I had one in college, the last game of my season. Then I get here and get a sack in my first, NFL game. And besides the preseason, but, preseason, I don't really count that.
I don't know who you sacked in college, but that was former Heisman Trophy winner Marcus Mariota. He's pretty elusive.
Yeah.
You didn't miss.
Didn't miss. I blitzed out the edge, and I'm like, I can't let him get outside of me. So when he stepped up, I don't think he seen me coming out the edge. So that's when, I shot the gun and, I tackled him. And in college, I actually sacked Deion Sanders' son. Is it Shadur Sanders? Yeah.
Really?
So that was a tone-setting thing in that game with the Celebration Bowl. So that was a big deal.
Pretty great claims to fame here in terms of playing on the opposite side of scrimmage. I can't wait to get into some of your background. I want to know what makes you an underdog. But let me pause right here because on Monday's Coach's Show with Sean McVay, we had a chance to ask him about your debut. Here's what he had to say.
I think just the way that he goes about his business. It's not too big for him. I think he got a lot of really great work against some big-time players in training camp. You could see he's got great short space quickness, the lateral agilities, and he's a great athlete that can roll. You could see, and he told me that when he had that interception, he had strained his hamstring prior to that, so maybe he would have been able to fully outrun everybody if he was feeling fully fresh. But he did a great job, and I thought whether it was as a blitzer, obviously the interception was a huge play right before the half, and I was really pleased with him.
Cobie, having heard that, I know how excited this organization was to find you in the draft process, to bring you into camp, and the impression you made over the summer was so overwhelming. How did you hit the ground running here in Los Angeles?
Just carrying that chip on my shoulder because, I feel like a lot of people just count me out by my size, but, the size don't mean nothing. If you can play, you can play. And at the end of the day, I see it as, football is football, and I play bigger than what I am. So I attack each and every day like it's my last.
Not to go back to social media too often here, but your Twitter bio says it best, I think. One word, underdog.
Underdog.
What makes your story that of an underdog?
Just the whole background from, high school, well, really in recreation. I had many people tell me that I wouldn't be in this position because of my size. So, a lot of that just transferred over throughout my whole life. And then, out of high school, I had 0 offers. Went to a prep school in Columbia, South Carolina. That didn't go as planned. I was back at home working at FedEx. I was working, loading the trucks then. And then, I went on to South Carolina State. 2018 came around. Well, I had to sit out the 2017 season, pretty much like a gray shirt. 2018 season came around. I told the coaches they wouldn't regret giving me this opportunity. And, I just carry that chip on my shoulder day by day, each and every year, each and every season. And, by the time spring practice was over with, I was placed on scholarship. And I never looked back since. And I'm here now with the LA Rams.
What do those days at FedEx teach you? How did they form you?
Really just, not taking nothing for granted. Because at any moment, you can be at home and just working and not doing something that you actually love. So I'm doing something that I actually love, and it also taught me how to run fast because, you know, dogs and stuff I got chased by.
Come on, really?
Yeah. FedEx is kind of crazy when you're driving the trucks and had to jump out and you see all these dogs. So, yeah, I ran a couple times.
All right, so some agility training.
Yeah,
on
some
the job.
agility training.
But you end up being the MEAC Defensive Player of the Year and FCS All-American. At any point along that journey, was there doubt in your mind? Did you ever think that your dream might end?
No doubt in my mind. It's crazy because, you know, I'm a firm believer in God. And, you know, I asked God that throughout my college career that I finish a national champion. I get the interception record at South Carolina State, which I fell short of. Be an All-American there. And, you know, just checking off all my boxes, you know, my goals that I had. And God answered all my prayers. So the only goal that I didn't check off was the interception record. I finished with 13 career picks. I think the career picks there is 19. So, I mean, I'm blessed.
So you're not afraid of big dreams or big prayers?
No.
That's awesome. Where does the nickname Landshark come from, and how do you rep it every day?
I actually got a tattoo on my leg of the shark. So it kind of played in part of, like, you know, being on the island and, you know, like, if you jump in the water with a shark and you don't have nowhere to go, then, you know, things could end bad. So every time I step out on the field and I'm in between those white lines, I treat it like an island. So, like, if you press up in the island with a shark, then, you know, you got to show me you can swim.
You're swimming with a pretty good shark in Jalen Ramsey. I know
Yes, sir.
how much his partnership means to you. I really enjoyed the film study video that you and he did. What'd you make of his game-clinching interception against the Falcons?
We really was supposed to go back-to-back with the interception, but he dropped it. So I had some stuff to say to him about that because he dropped the interception. But, you know, Jalen is Jalen. Jalen has been a playmaker in this league for a long time, and, you know, that's what he do. The same exact play, he did it in practice. The same exact way. The same exact way. Went up and caught the ball over the guy, high-pointed it. I mean, just some things that you just can't coach. You know, he's just athletic.
What's it like to step into your first NFL training camp and be aligned across from the Super Bowl MVP, the NFL Offensive Player of the Year, the Triple Crown winner Cooper Kupp? How did those experiences over the summer prepare you for what you just did on Sunday?
Made my game game day, you know, against another opponent a lot easier. So I attack each and every training camp like Kupp is gonna get me better and I'm gonna make him better because, you know, I'm good and he's amazing. So I just, you know, I appreciate Kupp because, you know, between those times where we could talk, he'll tell me things that, you know, I should work on, that he sees what I'm doing out there. And, you know, and he also takes a little bit of advice from me too. So he also, he always tell me, anytime I see something, just let him know that, you know. So that was amazing for him to tell me that.
That's sweet. Fellow rookie corner Darion Kendrick's moment is coming sooner than later, I think, as well. And I know how close you guys have been in just one NFL offseason. What's it been like coming in with him, and what should the Rams fan base expect of DK when he does get that chance?
Well, we from South Carolina, so we both are from South Carolina. He more up, and I'm, you know, in the low country. But, you know, it's been great. DK is going to be DK, and, you know, he's a playmaker. He's going to go out there and make plays. It's just like how I approach the game. You know, whenever our number is called, we know that, you know, the coaches and, you know, the guys beside us like Ramsey, David Long, all those guys, they'll be able to trust us.
I want to ask you about the Arizona Cardinals here in just a moment, but before we leave week 2 and the Falcons behind, I know you're in those special teams meetings, right? That's how you've earned your early opportunity here with the Los Angeles Rams. What's it like being in one of those sessions on the Monday following a game in which you give up a block punt for a touchdown?
It's kind of confidential. It gets crazy in there.
Intense.
Real intense. Coach Jody don't play about that special teams. And if, you know, we go out there and slack like we did on special teams this week, it's going to end pretty bad because it's a great special teams unit that we're going up against.
Is that how you felt about it? Slacking?
Yeah.
I mean, the good news is you didn't have to punt all day until that one, but
right.
It didn't go your way.
It didn't go our way.
So the Arizona Cardinals coming off a dramatic overtime victory in Las Vegas. Kyler Murray, sensational. A.J. Green, maybe Greg Dortch, Rondale Moore. We'll see. What do you know early in the week about the Cardinals and the challenge you're about to go into?
Everybody on that offense is, playmakers. And we just got to hold ourselves accountable and, just do our job. And whatever is in the game plan when that time comes, we got to execute on all levels.
Am I correct? You had not been to California before the draft process?
Yeah, I never been to California. The only time I came out close to California was Vegas for the Shrine Bowl.
Okay. So first trip to Arizona as well there.
First trip to Arizona.
In that stadium.
Yeah.
Had you been to an NFL game as an amateur?
My first NFL game that I went to, I played in it.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So the preseason opener was the first time you've ever been in an NFL stadium?
NFL stadium. Well, prior to just, college, but actually just being at an NFL game and watching it, never. This is my first time.
But you're not wide-eyed. I mean, you'll take it all in, right? You'll take pictures. You'll enjoy each trip around the league.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
That's sensational. All right, as I let you know before the show, we finish each Rams Revealed with a segment we call 3 and Out. The premise is I've got 3 really challenging questions for you. But if you get them all correct, I'll make a donation to the LA Rams Foundation on your behalf for spending some of your time with us. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, first question is true or false. In fact, they're all true or false. I go easy on the rookies.
All right.
After covering a second quarter kickoff, you may have accidentally gone to the sideline forgetting that you were scheduled to play defense. True or false?
True. True.
Tell us more about that.
I was just exhausted because I just ran back like 52 yards on the interception, and then we score. Then they're like, I'm on kickoff, so I'm running through the end zone. I'm like, I'm going to the bench. I need some water. Coach Cooley like, you need to get your blah, blah, blah out there. I'm like, man, I forgot about defense.
That'll be the first and the last time, right?
Yeah, first and last. It won't happen again.
Amazing. Second true or false question. Cobie Durant is the fastest Ram on the roster.
True.
That's it?
True. Go look at the Madden speed.
Who's finishing second and third in that race?
Probably Tutu Atwell and Ramsey.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you got them beat.
Yeah, I got them beat, for sure.
We'll have to take that up with them. Final question here on 3 and Out. Per capita, there doesn't seem to be a more prolific NFL city on the planet than Lamar, South Carolina. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So the latest census, I read less than 1,000 people. Is your town that small?
Yeah, one stoplight, one grocery store.
But this list of names, John Abraham, former first-round pick, 3-time All-Pro, Jets and Falcons. Levon Kirkland, All-Pro linebacker for the Steelers. B.J. Goodson, Michael Hamlin, Marshall McFadden. What's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? You're 6?
I'm 6.
From a town of less than 1,000 people? That's incredible.
It's a football town, Michael Hamlin is actually my cousin / brother.
Okay.
It's Michael Hamlin, Marquis Hamlin, Marquez Hamlin. Those are 3 brothers. His mom and my mom are sisters. And, I just looked up to them all my life. Like throughout rec, I would wear their jersey numbers from high school. Just each year I change up numbers, but it was always their number, whatever they had. And, they just took me in as their little brother. So now, I got the big brothers that I never have. I have a little sister. She's only 10. But, those guys are, guys I looked up to all my life, and, we talk every day.
That's amazing. I trust that someone in our audience has Wikipedia editing privileges. Please go in and make sure that Lamar's page is updated to reflect Cobie Durant now, following his first NFL interception and sack. Wish you the best against the Cardinals and throughout your NFL career. I hope it's a long and rewarding journey.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Nice to see you again, Cobie. I'm JB Long, and this is Rams Revealed, presented by NFL All Day.